Hello, my name is Debbie Dowie and I'm the founder and volunteer chair for Boot Out Breast Cancer. Today I'm interviewing Richard Simon, a survivor of male breast cancer who has kindly volunteered to share his experience. Breast cancer in men is rare. There are around 370 men diagnosed each year in the UK. This compares to around 55,500 cases in women. Can you share a bit about yourself and your diagnosis with breast cancer?
I'm 78 years old. I have a background in retail operations and operational management. I was 29 at the time, engaged shortly before we were going to get married, and my wife was inspecting my chest and found this nodule, which I hadn't even noticed, and whipped me off to the doctor straight away, and from there on to the oncologist, and from there to have an operation to remove it.
And were you aware that men could get breast cancer?
No, not really. I mean, I obviously when you were told you've got it, you realise that other people must have had it, but no, to me it was just a women's procedure.
Breast cancer is often referred to as a woman's disease. And how did you feel when you were first diagnosed?
Scared, obviously, by the word cancer, but I was young, and we had it whipped out straight away, went on to radiotherapy, and just hoped that that was going to be the cure.
And how did your family and friends react when you told them?
They were nervous, they were worried. At that stage of our lives, or my life, but just hoping for the best, that it was the radiotherapy was going to cure it.
And can you describe the treatment process you went through?
It was very harsh. The old radiotherapy is nothing like I believe it is today, and it left me with a lung that needs a lot of attention when I get a cold. But it was radiotherapy. I didn't really think about it. I can't even remember how many times I went for it. But after a while, it stopped, and I started taking tamoxifen, and took that for nearly 40 years before they realised I was still taking it.
And were there any other particular challenges you faced during your treatment, and how did you overcome them?
Not during the treatment, no. People were sympathetic. They were always asking how I was. I kept leading a reasonably normal life at the time, so life went on.
And what kind of support did you find most helpful during your treatment?
My fiancée and now wife, and family and friends were very supportive.
And were there any particular resources at that time that was useful to you?
No. I was trying to remember. I don't believe anything, even a piece of paper that normally tells you what to do, which you would get in going to a hospital today. No, it was just explained to me, and that was it. And as I say, the oncologist was very old school and just believed in whipping it out and putting you under radiotherapy.
And has your perspective on life changed since your diagnosis?
Well, I'm still here, and it's a hell of a lot later than that. It's nearly 50 years on, so I've survived it.
And what do you think was the most challenging aspect dealing with chest cancer in men?
Loosely, taking your t-shirt off when you're going by the swimming pool, because I've got a nipple that side but not a nipple that side, and people 9 times out of 10 will come up to you and ask you, what's gone on? But I had a little story that I used to annoy my wife with by saying, well, it was there this morning, where's it gone? But I've been barred from doing that now, not allowed to do that. But no, you just carry on. You've just got to carry on with life, and I've had other operations since, and you just carry on with life, and that's the way to be.
And Richard, what advice would you give to someone who's facing a similar diagnosis?
Get it sorted straight away, but there's much more awareness now of breast cancer, both for men and for women. And I don't know of another man that's had it, because it's not the thing you go around saying to each other. But there's much more awareness, and the the GPs and the hospitals are much more geared up for it.
Is there anything you wish you'd known at the start of your cancer journey?
Not really. Somewhere like this organisation, if it was around, would have helped me in the knowledge of what was going to go on. But in those days, there was nothing there to tell you what you can go through.
And how do you approach your health and wellness now, especially after your diagnosis of breast cancer?
I look after myself. I have checkups. I have blood tests. I do the blood tests for prostate cancer and all the others, and just keep as fit and well as I can.
And what words of wisdom would you share with anyone obviously facing a similar diagnosis?
Get it sorted straight away. Don't be worried about it. Don't be worried what other people think. Just go to the doctor, go to the oncologist, get it sorted.
Thank you, Richard, for sharing such an important story.
Thank you.
It is always good practice to regularly check your chest for lumps, discharge, nipple retraction, swelling, sores, rashes, and anything that doesn't look or feel normal. It is important that you go to your GP surgery straight away if you have any unusual symptoms. Finding any cancer early gives the best chance of treatment.